This week is a very sad week for the entire photographic industry with the closure of DPReview.com. Well, as you saw what I said earlier, it is a sad week this week with the closure of DPReview.com. I'm not really talking about the YouTube channel, and we all know that Jordan and Chris has gone to Petapixel, and they has been the great presenters and camera reviewers for DP.com, and also before that the camera store in Canada. And so now they were obviously going towards Petapixels and in April when DP Review finally closes. But I'm more sad about the actual website itself, because it has been one of those websites that is still technically sounded with lots of details, lots of test charts. They compare cameras with, you know, I would say the utmost detailed way, comparing different ISOs, and they have sharpness charts. And, you know, if you're really geeky, like I once was, you would go to DP Review and check out their stuff. There are no other websites like that. You know, there are obviously a lot of written articles about different gears and things like that all over the internet now, but DP Review remain one of the few companies that actually gone through that sort of length to check out all the details about the performance of a camera and lenses. And to me, it's a sad day, because we will start losing that in months to come. They're going to stop publishing new contents from the 10th of April, but I don't know how long that will be, but apparently they're going to close the entire website afterward. And so I'm really sad about that. That means you can't go back and look at some of the older information that they had published. And it really is, because 25 years of information, 25 years of tests will be completely wiped out from the internet. You know, I hope someone somewhere will start backing up everything, but 25 years is a lot of work, right? You know, it's immense. I don't think anybody could do that, but, you know, if you can still go and look out for something and before it's too late, that would be my advice. But I love them. I love them as a website. I love them as, of course, you know, they started in the UK, and so that is not the case anymore. You know, they moved to Seattle, you know, soon after Amazon took over, and it just really working anymore. Right, okay, moving to the States is obviously one thing, and but the thing is, I think, to me personally, the reason why Amazon acquired DPReview.com is because the potential that they could bring to the company. Obviously, that is money. Right, okay. Being an unbiased test review company means only one thing. You can trash a company or a camera brand if they don't produce a good product, right? That's unbiased review. And you can't really do that if you want to make money, right? If you want to sell whatever is hot at the moment, you really want to praise the heck out of it. And but that's not the way the DP Review works, right? And it isn't. So it's really good that they remain that kind of mentalities where they test gears and not being affected by Amazon. And even when they before the acquisition, obviously Amazon and DP Review had agreed that, you know, DP Review will remain as an independent, unbiased review test platform for all the photographic gear reviews. That Amazon, obviously, they wanted the company, and yeah, they would agree to it. But look, you know, how many years on now, they remain the same thing, which is good for us readers, right? Good for us viewers, but not very good for Amazon. They haven't really pulled any sales to them. There are ads on the platforms and things like that, affiliate links. Every time they do a review comparison, they have all the Amazon stuff at the bottom. But how many of you actually click those links? Tell me. You know, to be quite frank, I haven't, not once. And because a lot of us nowadays are, in a way, it's a byproduct of internet, right? And we actually go and compare prices. If we are interested in something, we would just simply go ahead and look at things ourselves, look at different websites, look at different reseller, try to find the best deal we could. So Amazon, in most cases, they might have the lowest price, but not necessarily the best deal. Sometimes reseller will give you freebies, sometimes they will give you extra this and that. So you get the gist, right? So those links didn't really work, and that really had hampered the profitability of the website, and subsequently Amazon, because they own them and they want to see the book, right? They want to see the numbers increasing every year, but in fact didn't happen at all, possibly going down, because there are less review these days. Believe me, there are actually less review these days, because the compact market is completely gone now, and we are relying on premium gears, and the launch of these new products are far and few in betweens. So they're relying on comparison, this and that. It really isn't a force that is to drive sales, and so that is really kind of the downfall of review sites, and it happens to everybody, not just DP Reviews. I'm pretty sure Petapixels and all the other big websites nowadays are having the same problem. Right, okay. The other thing is, obviously, is about how we could help all these review sites. And that's also include YouTube channel, because obviously I'm part of it. I'm part of it now. I'm part of the kind of review family. And although that I am more kind of niche, and I'm in the micro four third RAM and maybe Leica as well, but I'm not like a universal reviewer as well. I can review other gears, and not necessarily the bad thing, but at the same time, like I face the same kind of dilemma sometimes, with the money that I can generate from making review videos versus the amount of time I need to make these videos. It's not balancing, and I'm out here today doing this vlog while I'm actually testing the lens, as you can see earlier. And it takes a lot of time and effort to generate these 8 minutes, 10 minutes long videos for you guys to watch for free, and we don't get much from it, and unless you get into the realm of being an influencer, being a big vlogger, and a lifestyle guy who basically generate a lot of income through advertising, sponsorships, and also view counts. And you can see it since the day of DP Reviews, and or not DP Review, the Digital Rev. Digital Rev was one of the biggest one in the past when Kai was there, and they, since Kai left, Digital Rev basically completely collapsed, and they don't really exist anymore, and also the views and general interest of photographic gear review has completely gone down. If you look at numbers, you really look at numbers, yeah, they aren't great. They weren't as big as before, and it really shows the change in the environment now. There are so many people trying to be YouTubers, trying to do reviews and things like that. But to go through a depth of what DP Reviews and some of us doing, it's immense. I think that, if you want some of us to survive, and this is kind of speaking in general terms, we really appreciate some of you continue to share and comment our videos. And not only that, if there is affiliate links, obviously no obligations there, but if you really want to help out the channel, click some of those affiliate links. Even if you don't buy anything, just click on those links. And because sometimes if you do happen to buy something, those would generate something for all the content creators, including myself. And those little things really does help us. And you don't know how hard it is for so many people who are aspiring to become what we are doing at the moment, want to grow the channel big. It's fine initially, but when you get to a certain stage and when you're starting to see the amount of effort you're putting in and compared to the reward that you're receiving, it's just not balancing at all. Okay, right, it's really windy today. Okay, just to give you some numbers, well, one numbers, and but just to give an example of what I do at the moment. So the amount of income I generated through YouTube per month at the moment is not even a tenth of what I generate for my photography and video jobs. So it's supplementing, but it's definitely not replacing. And that really puts the emphasis on what, like sometimes the priorities. I will have to prioritize my jobs because those are my bread and butter. And I can't simply do reviews like what Chris and Jordan does because they are an employee for companies, so they get paid monthly just to do their jobs. It's very different matter to me as a family man, a father, and also a full-time photographer. You can really see the same thing happening to Kai. Kai is exactly the same boat. He has a young family. He's a baby boy now, and so like his priority is different. And YouTube could potentially generate some income for him, but I think he's probably got a job right now, and he probably won't be doing a lot of YouTube stuff simply because family priorities. And Chris and Jordan's different because they are employee to DPReview before, and now Petapixels, and before that was Camera Store. So they are an employee, so they don't really worry too much about income because they are actually being paid to do that. So that is a very different story. But even so, and if you look at the numbers from DPReview.com TV, and the YouTube channel, just by looking at the number of views that they have, I can easily tell you that they can only generate enough income for one person full time. That's all. And they have Chris and Jordan, which is two of them. So that means the company is making a loss. Not only that, they may have editors in the office help them edit more these videos. I'm not sure whether Jordan does it all by himself. If they do have another team member, that's an other person's salaries lost. So the review YouTube channel may look good in numbers, but they don't generate enough income to cover everything. Trust me. So that is the problem, I think, to most content creators these days. Unless you get to a million mark, unless you get to a point that when every video's starting to have over 150k views, you are not going to generate enough income to cover yourself plus one. No way. And you can probably get by for one person. And but yeah, if you want to have two full-time guys, especially like Chris and Jordan, both have families, I doubt it very much that will work. So now they're moving to Petapixel, building a new channel up for them. And only time could tell, if that business is worthwhile. And they need to be more than just a review guys now. I think if you want to survive in the YouTube channel, and because at the moment they care a little bit less than what they're supposed to, because they're being paid and they don't really worry too much. And when they get a gear, they just review it and talk about it. But as a channel, if you really want to get really, really big, you got to do more than that, unfortunately. And if you look at carwow.com, and they are a prime example of how they can do reviews and stuff like that, make it entertaining, like what Digital Ref used to do. And that's the only way to kind of propel, but that needs time to build. You need more collaborators, you need more people, you need more effort and more resources. And hopefully Petapixel will have those resources, will enable them to do what I just said. Otherwise, yeah, it will be another DPReview.com eventually. And I hope that's not the case, but that's my predictions only. And I do hope that, like both Chris and Jordan will have a brilliant future, because I like those guys. I like them. And I really wish them all the best. But I was hoping that they would start on their own. But obviously, like I said, no matter how you look at it, the numbers just simply don't add up. You need a big channel, lots and lots of views, and before you can really cover two-person salary. So that's kind of my take on everything. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts about DPReview, and also what I just said about how content creators could survive, and especially review guys like ourselves. And I hope that you guys will continue to support us, not just myself, not just Jordan and Chris, but everybody who review gears, because you see these things for free, and we are never asking you for everything or anything, but your support is greatly appreciated if you do. And then when you do, it really helps the channel out, and especially if you want to continue to see us. Otherwise, all of us will slowly disappear, because the time has changed. Everything's different now. Camera manufacturers are doing things themselves, so independents are getting rarer and rarer. That's what I want to say. And until next time, I shall see you all very soon. I'm going to continue testing my gear, and yeah, take care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.